Well, good evening, and if you've just joined us, we're delighted that we're finally on air here at Gigg Lane, the home of Bury, for this FA Youth Cup. We're very sorry we're late, but just at the moment Bury are on the attack, still goalless, and Bury have just gone close on a counter-attack there, but for the moment it's been a very good Guiseley performance from the academy side, and we're going to go through the team lineup in a very short moment. But I'm Colin Robertson. I'll be joining you hopefully for the rest of this evening, technology permitting. Traffic has been an absolute nightmare, which is one of the reason that we are late for this early kick-off. 7 o'clock kick-off tonight, so about 10 minutes into this FA Youth Cup tie. Bury and Guiseley locked at 0-0 at the moment, but Guiseley certainly acquitting themselves well. And I'm delighted tonight that I'll be joined alongside me with our ever useful co-commentator. There you go, Nick. Useful, that's a good demeanour, Nick Keefe. We've just been getting the kit together so far, so we haven't had too much chance just to work out what's in play. But what are you hoping for tonight?
Well, obviously, it's a big ask for Guiseley's young lads coming here.
Oh, and they've just got a chance to make their way into the area just as Bury just lose their lines for a moment. It was their number 5, Marcus Posca, who had just made a slip, and there was Ben Whitfield looking to get in there. And it's a corner to the Lions. Yeah,
just as we were saying, it's a big ask for Guiseley's young lads to come over here to a professional league club's academy. They obviously got a result against Grimsby in the last qualifying round, but for the first round proper, they've come here, and we're just looking at the scoreboard across the ground before the corner's taken. Apparently, Bury got the early goal in this game, so we must have missed that in literally the first couple of minutes, which is a little bit embarrassing. So we do think it's Bury 1, Guiseley 0 as the corner's taken.
Yep, Guiseley take the corner here on the left-hand side, whipped into the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out and into the territory of the Lions once again. This time Whitfield picking up the loose ball, plays it forward, nice 1-2, gets the return ball, takes a shot, deflected away by the defence, only as far as Danny Dalton. Dalton on the edge of the area, checks his run, tries to play it back into the area, and it's cleared well by Scott Burgess. Burgess for Bury, and he's got the ball up to the halfway line, and Anthony Dudley takes the ball down on the centre circle. And Bury come forward down the left-hand side. Cut out well by the right-back, Ben Walker, for Guiseley. Headed up towards the final third, but cleared once again by Bury. And the Shakers get the ball out to the left-hand side. Cut out nicely, though, by Luke Porritt. And then cleared once again by Posca up to the halfway line, where Bury was there to head on. But Bury come forward and then lose the ball, and it goes out. So a goal down. It's a lot to ask, isn't it, for Guiseley to take on a side at this level. 2 years into the academy's formation. This is a great achievement already. But so far, from what we've seen, it's anything but a one-sided match.
No, the best of the play that we've seen since arriving in the ground has been with Guiseley, who are obviously trying to respond to the goal we think came after 60 seconds, just in the very first minute of the game. And since then, it's clear they've been trying to take the initiative and get themselves straight back into the game. And they've had the best of the possession and the best of the sort of half chances since we've arrived. And just have to see whether they can fashion one of those into an equaliser.
Well, Guiseley have the ball now in the final third. Once again, trying to ask a few questions of Bury. It's Porritt. He tries to work his way between 3 players. This time it's not successful. The counter-attack starts with Anthony Dudley launching one downfield for Bury. Out comes the goalkeeper to collect well on a very slippery surface. Had to go down to the feet of, I think it was Regan Walker, who was coming onto the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, and out came Connor Crosley to claim the ball from his feet.
Yeah, it was good goalkeeping. Quick off his line, grabbed the ball, and then as he slid along the turf with it, he was alert enough to realise he was actually going to slide out of the side of his area with the ball, and just about managed to leave the ball behind for him to collect once he was on his feet.
Great experience for the young players today in a wonderful stadium this is, here at Gigg Lane. Guiseley trailing by a goal to 0 at the moment, thanks to the strike after 60 seconds for Bury. 15 minutes gone, and it's still Guiseley who trail by a goal to 0, but the Lions have the ball now on the 18, the centre circle. Now play a good ball through here towards Ben Whitfield. Whitfield gets a shot. Oh, it comes back off the bottom of the upright. A good counter-attacking move there from Guiseley. Found Whitfield, blasted the ball into the area, took a shot that cannoned back off the bottom of the upright and away. And Bury now can move the ball into Guiseley territory. But what a great moment that was for the Lions. Yeah, that looked like it was destined for the bottom corner, didn't it, from Ben Whitfield? And it was a bit of a strange one. It almost looked like it hit the inside of the bar, but ended up skidding away out to in the direction of the corner flag. So it must have only been an inch or so away from making its way into the back of the net. Well, that'll give Danny Ellis's boys a real boost. Almost getting back on level terms. Guiseley now having to go in search of the ball. Bury play one over the back four. It's asking a lot of Elliot Scott, the left back, to shadow that out, but he does a good job. And it's out for a throw into Guiseley. So just quickly through these teams on this FA Youth Cup first round. Bury are playing with 1 to 11 here. Jonathan Barber, Matthew Cook, Sam Gibson, Liam Bickett, Marcus Posca, Ben Potter, Scott Burgess, Sam Dickinson, Anthony Dudley, Regan Walker and Braden Shaw. Go through the Guiseley players in just a moment, because the Lions have the ball now down the left-hand side. They try to force it in towards Luke Porritt. Well cut out, though, by Posca. Influential player at the centre half, he appears. And now Bury came looking for something down the left channel, but nowhere near getting close to that ball. And Guiseley have it inside their own half. Under a bit of pressure, Scott, left back, plays it back to Crossley, the goalkeeper, but Crossley shanked the clearance straight into the feet of Regan Walker, but Walker can't control. And in the end, Guiseley get the ball up to the halfway line. Bury still have it, and eventually concede possession a bit cheaply out for a throw. So quickly down that Guiseley side. Connor Crossley in goal, Ben Walker, Elliot Scott, Callum Marshall, Dan Holmes, Bakadar, Danny Dalton, Aduna Berry, Redmond Lee, Ben Whitfield and Luke Porritt. On the bench, Dale Spink, Ashley Tatler, Will Wells and Josh Snowden. Throw into Bury on the halfway line. So as far as we can see, we've got Redmond Lee as the out-and-out striker, and he's been the chap who's been trying to get the goals following Luke Robinson's graduation to senior football, and he's not the tallest lad, and it's a filthy night, and the ball will start to bob around a bit, and they're going to have to be disciplined, Guiseley, to play it into feet, because he's not going to win. I've just seen one there under a high ball. He's not going to win many headers against these centre-backs. Well, Guiseley, just as Lick was alluding to, they were just on the attack, but Bury have cleared. It's throw-in now to the Lions, though, on the halfway line. On the left-hand side, Elliot Scott. For those of you who know this ground, Guiseley, who are playing in all yellow tonight, are shooting from left to right. We're sat in the main stand. And Guiseley are making a good run down the left-hand side, get the ball into the area. Redmond Lee goes down under a challenge. Referee decides that was perfectly fair, but just before that, Luke Porritt seemed to be taken down, and there was a chance for a free kick there. But referee just stopping things to have a chat now for a moment with the players. Does look like the most productive work that Guiseley have done has been down the left-hand side so far. Luke Porritt and Redmond Lee are over on this side, and then Ben Whitfield seems to be playing sort of behind the striker. I understand him to be more of a midfielder, but I confess I've not seen him play. And he looks like he's behind the one striker and moving around. Difficult to mark when somebody's shifting position like that. Well, just got a little delay before the throw's taken, and eventually the Lions get things back underway and concede possession quite early there, and that means that Regan Walker had a chance to march on down the right-hand flank there of Guiseley territory for playing a rather poor ball forward straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Crossley. Crossley plays it up to the halfway line. Now taken on by Bury. Bury pick up the ball and play it out wide, looking for the head of Regan Walker once again. Cut out well by Elliot Scott. Throw into Bury in front of their dugouts, which is about level with the edge of the centre circle on the right-hand side as Bury attack the Guiseley goal. Play a 1-2 between Matthew Cook, the right back, and then Cook's ball down the right-hand side isn't quite what he'll have wanted that to be, and it's out for a Guiseley throw. Of course, the next game here at Bury apparently is the FA Cup game against Cambridge United. Cambridge, of course, going great guns at the top of the Conference North, the Premier. Now Bury just come forward, a ball forward looking for Anthony Dudley. Couldn't find him. It's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper, Crosley.
Good alert goalkeeping from Crosley again. They're very quick to come to the very edge of his area. There's a dangerous through ball there, and he was alert. And it's a slippery old pitch. It's a filthy night. We're watching the rain just sluicing down off the edge of the roof of the stand, down onto the dugouts and the people sat in the first row. And the surface is going to be difficult for these lads to keep their footing on. Yeah, that's for sure. It's a ropey old evening, weather-wise. And traffic-wise. And traffic-wise, certainly. Still not cheered up from that, have you? I don't think. I can hear it in your voice. No, we set off with the intention of arriving for 6 o'clock. And 2.5 hours later, we were still staring at the football ground that we could see in the distance. You're not missing anything. Guiseley have just won the ball inside the Bury half, but quickly snuffed out danger from Marcus Posca. Ball down the right-hand side, looking for the runs of Regan Walker. Doing well is Elliot Scott, left back for Guiseley. He's cut things out early doors. Yeah, wears the captain's armband as well, and if he's an influential player in this team, and we know it's going to be a character-building evening. If they're going to come from 1-0 down after such a nightmare start, he's going to have to be leading his young lads out there tonight. Now Dudley for Bury comes down the right-hand side, lays it out to the full-back Cook, who launches one into the area, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Bury. Listening to Guiseley AFC Radio, and bringing you coverage of this FA Youth Cup first round here at Gigg Lane in Bury. We've just got a moment where Callum Marshall's had to go off the field. Have some attention, he's quickly back on. Bury get this ball back underway from the right-hand flank, just up from the corner flag. Whipped in there from Matthew Cook, claimed well by Connor Crosley. Guiseley now spending a little bit more time inside their own half than they were in the opening 15 minutes. All that after they've fallen behind to an early goal. And the Lions now looking to get back onto level terms. A long ball forward there, looking for Redmond Lee's got cleared by the goalkeeper for Bury, Jonathan Barber, into the stand beyond. An empty stand, understandably so, but it's a good crowd nonetheless in this stand here where we're sitting. Yeah, I think the crowd in here is probably larger than it was for the seniors in the County Cup match at Nethermore last night. So there's a good atmosphere in here, particularly when Bury are in possession underneath this roof. It's a good noise. I hope it comes across. It'd be maybe the first time some of these Guiseley players have been in a full-size sort of stadium with a decent crowd in, or certainly it's not something they'll be hugely experienced in. Just offside flag as the ball broke for a moment there for Bury. And it's going to be a goal kick, a free kick rather. Which is taken quickly and then gone out into touch for a throw-in for Bury inside their own half. Definitely some Guiseley fans in as well tonight. I'm hearing some of them down in front of us here, which is great. I'm sure lots of proud parents and families and siblings and coming to see their family play. Whitfield now picks the ball up for the Lions, goes down the right-hand flank. Can they get that goal to get them back on level terms? Tries to get the cross in. It's cut out. It's gone behind for a throw-in. Thrown about level with the penalty spot. Whitfield's gone back into the stands to claim the ball. Actually, he's gone right into the tunnels behind their stands. Eventually gets it, brings it back out. Dangerous area this for Guiseley to exploit potentially. On the right-hand side as they attack the Bury goal. A throw-in. Taken. Goes to the edge of the area where the ball is picked up by a Bury, then played square before being cut out once again well. Back to the halfway line. Guiseley start another movement by playing the ball down that left flank. But once again, good defending from Bury. And the Lions find that things are cut out. Yeah, double marking Luke Porritt there on the left-hand side. He had 2 men on him. As soon as it looked like the ball was going towards him, there was one either side of him. It was very difficult. So they've obviously singled him out for a bit of attention after what we saw for about a 10-minute period where a lot of the danger was coming through him on the left wing.
Don't forget, if you've got any comments about the night tonight, we're on at Guiseley Radio. We're finally on air after quite a momentous journey. It's been a momentous journey as well for the Lions so far in this FA Youth Cup. It's the first round, but they're struggling to deal with the ball that's just come over the top there before Connor Crosley runs out and clears from Anthony Dudley. Bury still have ball at their feet. Scott Burgess in midfield plays it back to the defender Ben Potter. And Bury under pressure from Adun Berry. Are able to hold on to the ball. Posca just comes over the halfway line. Guys, come in. Oh, and a very heavy challenge there from Callum Marshall. It was late, perhaps just because the ball just zipped away from the player who went to tackle faster than was anticipated. Referee today, Mike Jones, just having a chat with Marshall, just to say that's enough of that.
Yeah, well, the ball's zipping around on the top surface, as you say, so they're going to have to be very careful. Any challenges they slide in for are going to have to be perfectly timed.
So Posca will take the free kick. Guys, you defend it well. Once again, good work from Luke Porritt. Down the left-hand side, protecting the full-back well. And a throw-in now for Burgess. Into Walker. Distance from goal, plays the ball square to Beckett. He's got the opportunity to shoot, takes it. It's not got the direction or the accuracy he'll have been hoping for, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Just keeping our eyes on a little spat, a little bit of handbags here between the 2 number 11s, Porritt for Guiseley and Braden Shaw for Bury. They were, I mean, don't mind a bit of good competitive stuff, but there was a little bit of handbags there from that throw-in as they were marking each other. So we'll just see how that pans out. It didn't look too friendly.
Crossley takes the goal kick and gets it to the halfway line. And Bury pick up possession once again. Come forward. Good defending from the Lions. The ball bounces around on the edge of the centre circle, but I say bounce, it sort of goes dead in the patch that we just seen, and it's gone out for a Guiseley throw. Picked up now by Marshall on the right-hand side. Plays it down this right flank, looking for Lee Redmond. Redmond Lee, even. I'm afraid I'm probably going to do that once or twice tonight.
Well, if you will have your names backwards.
And Guiseley have the throw. It's about level with the 6-yard box, just up from that corner flag. On the right-hand side once again. If they could get this into the area, cause some danger, that would be a good thing. Ball with Redmond Lee. Shows a little bit of trickery. Has the ball clipped away from him. Once again, it's a throw-in. Identical position. Just unable to get themselves out of this corner with these throw-ins. Goes short this time to Berry, then back into the area, and it's taken a deflection, and I think it's gone behind for a Guiseley corner.
Good work. They were crowded out down there, but they managed to make a corner out of it, despite all the good marking. I mean, Bury have got every man deep in their own half. There's only 2 outfield players who weren't in their own box during that move, and now obviously they're even deeper for the corner.
So the corner is on the right-hand side. I think Bakadar was just wondering whether he should go forward. He's decided to stay back. Referee's just tidying something up on the edge of the area. A little bit of competitive stir. It's definitely a bit of a scrap going on, a battle going on. The corner's taken short, and then the ball comes in. That was surely a late tackle there. Referee's given nothing, but there's a player down. I'm not quite sure who it is on that right-hand side, but it's a Guiseley man.
It's Luke Porritt again.
But he came in very late, a player on Luke Porritt, and Porritt is down at the moment, injured. But Guiseley keep coming down this left-hand side. The referee stops it. Porritt, I'm afraid to say, is on the ground and doesn't look very comfortable at all. Was it surely a free kick there, Nick. I mean, surely a bad challenge.
Well, it looked like a late challenge. It's certainly more so than the free kick the referee's given over here. Porritt was down on the right-hand side from where he took the corner, so obviously on opposite side of the pitch to his position, and then he's been stranded over there. He's not got up from being on his hands and knees. It looks like his left ankle, I think, was where he's been caught, and he's not dared move or put any pressure on it yet.
Yeah, so we just have a stoppage while he attends some treatment. 30 minutes gone, half-hour mark. Bury 1, Guiseley 0. We missed the goal because we were late getting in, but we've got online and we can tell you're tuning in. So we hope you're enjoying it. Commentary, Colin Robertson and Nick Keefe this evening, bringing you the FA Youth Cup first round. The first round proper. It's quite an achievement tonight for guys even just to be here. Fantastic victory over Grimsby a couple of weeks ago, Nick.
Oh, it's huge, isn't it? It's the second season of the Academy's existence. So these lads have been together for about 14 months now. And, you know, I don't think anybody expected the Academy to be, you know, going away to the places like Grimsby and Bury with serious hopes of getting results as they did in the final qualifying round so early on in the Academy's development. And that's why we're here tonight. We've actually sort of prioritised it over doing the County Cup for the senior team yesterday, because we just thought it'd be nice to give these guys a bit of airtime, and they've been retweeting and favouriting everything we've been posting today. I think some of these lads are really excited. It's only our little thing, Colin. It's only our little YouTube channel, but it's their first taste of it, as it's their first taste of playing in an all-seater league stadium, maybe some of them tonight, and that's going to be important in their development, and it's a big milestone in the Academy's history as well.
Well, I'm sorry to say, Luke Porritt seems to be in a bit of a bad way in terms of footballing injury. He's hobbled off onto the side and is taking some attention. I think there's definitely going to have to be a change over from the way he was sort of hobbling off, so it's very unfortunate. Guys, you have a free kick anyway. Whipped into the area. Down to 10, I think, for the moment. Well, Danny Anderson, the team, just decide whether he can continue. Now Bury come on a very swift counter-attack down this right-hand side. Regan Walker, really well tackled, though, from Scott. A cracking tackle that down there on the from the left-back to prevent Walker going any further.
Oh, when I said before they'd have to time the challenges perfectly on this greasy surface, that was exactly the sort of challenge you want to see. That really gets the blood rushing.
Guys are having to defend now. One eye on Porritt, who's at the other end of the pitch. Another eye on the pitch here, because Bury have the ball down the right-hand side and looking to attack and get into the Guiseley goal once again. Tidied up this time by Scott. He's knocked it out behind for a corner kick, though, to Bury. Porritt's up.
Yeah, he's on his feet for the first time now, but he's not moving. He's not moving easily.
Guiseley, they'll have to defend a corner. Bury on the right-hand side as they attack the Lions' goal. Have the ball. And have plenty of white shirts in the area. Of course, Guiseley are playing in the away kit of yellow tonight. It's Braden Shaw who whips it in, and there's a fan free. Heads the ball home on the edge of the 6-yard box. A very well-executed header. A super diving header, actually, it was. Not quite sure who got the goal for Bury, but it doesn't really matter. As it stands this evening, it's now Bury 2, Guiseley 0.
Oh, that's a heartbreak, isn't it? He's. I'm just waiting to see who the player is, but he's obviously one of the tallest ones on the pitch. Or it is that number 11, Braden Shaw, who Luke Porritt was marking. And obviously, with Porritt being out of the game, he's been free from the corner and got the unmarked header. So that's a real heartbreaker for Guiseley, who'd clearly been working hard to try and get themselves back into the game.
Well, 2-0 down. They'll just have to keep their heads up and keep going, because there's still plenty of time for games to turn. And now a late challenge once again. Guiseley have a free kick. Frustrating, really, because Ben Whitfield had just got on the end of the ball and was making some headway into Bury territory, but it's been called back for another free kick.
Yeah, and of course, who was the challenge on? It was Luke Porritt, who just limped his way back onto the pitch at the far side, onto the right wing, and the ball came to him, and he's been hacked down again, and the poor lad's in a bit of a mess over there now. He's in a right heap.
He did so well just to get back, actually, from the way he looked. I don't think he's he's got a problem that's going to go away. He can run off by the looks of it. Very frustrating. Referee's taking no action against the player, but yeah, it does suggest a little bit of a targeting of the man.
Yeah, it was cynical, wasn't it? I mean, the lad's just come back onto the pitch, and the ball's rolled to him, and he's just been hacked down. The player's gone straight in for his ankles, so it's you don't want to see that, and it doesn't look like Luke's going to be able to continue now. He's getting another prolonged visit from the physio, and it's broken the game up. It's taken the wind out of Guiseley's sails a little bit. The injury both before the second goal and again now, so it's going to be a big ask for them to get their rhythm going again and try and get a goal before half time.
Back to the corner. The goal was a super corner. It has to be said from their winger Braden Shaw. Good delivery, but Potter, I think it was Ben Potter, the centre half, stooped to head the ball home.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think. Either way, it was a good finish. To be fair, it was a difficult angle to get down to.
Oh, it was a textbook corner, wasn't it? You find the big man in the box, and he's headed it right into the bottom corner of the net, beyond the reach of the goalkeeper. So no complaints there. But guys, will be furious that while they were down to 10 men, the referee not having done anything about the injury and the foul that led to it, that while they were down to 10 men, they've conceded the second.
Well, guys, you have a free kick, back level with the edge of the centre circle on the right-hand side as they attack the goal. So they've got 3 or 4 players up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Good delivery up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away, though, just from Guiseley. And the ball cleared and now into touch for a throw-in to the Lions. Elliot Scott it is, who takes it. And it's cleared before picked up by O'Berry. And Guiseley have the ball now with Dar. He just under pressure, almost loses the possession, but does well to keep things ticking over for Guiseley. And eventually Berry do enough to knock the ball against a yellow shirt and earn themselves a throw-in just inside the Guiseley half.
And Guiseley are working hard, but they're just not quite getting to these 50-50 balls as they were in the sort of 5th minute onwards to about the 20th. And watching Danny Ellis in the dugout here, and as that one went out for the throw-in, he sort of threw his arms up because he can see the hard work they're doing, but it's just not falling for Guiseley at the moment.
Throw goes down the right-hand side. Dar just gets a head on it, knocks it out. Throw in now for Cook. I think you might be right. It might have been Cook who scored the second goal. Doesn't really matter. Berry make their way forward down the right-hand flank and actually earn themselves a corner.
I thought it was Shaw, the big number 11, but he's trotting over to take this corner now. So
well, Shaw took the corner, so he couldn't have got on the end of it as well.
Oh, we're pros, aren't we? Quality work.
We're here all week. Shaw's taken another corner down the right-hand side now for Berry, where they got the goal from with the last one. Ball is delivered well into the area once again, headed away up to the edge of the D, though. Berry still have it, keep the ball ticking over, get it back into the area. Good ball across the face of the 6-yard box, plucked out of the air by Connor Crossley. And the Guiseley keeper tries to distribute the ball quickly up the other end of the field, looking for Lee. He's not going to get on the end of that one, but he does force the defender to head the ball out into touch. And Guiseley have a throw just inside the Berry half. The ball returned back here to Scott. Scott plays the ball forward looking for Lee, but Berry defending very well. Picked up now here by Berry. Plays the ball forward here towards Whitfield. Whitfield tries to feed it into Porritt, who I'm happy to say continues to show tremendous resilience and is still on the field. The ball now hoisted down the other end of the field by the home side. And that's gone out for a throw-in for Guiseley.
You can tell from the way that Porritt's sort of leaning forward a little bit as he runs that he's not moving as comfortably as he'd like to be. He's having to put a bit more effort in than he'd want, but he does seem to be planning to carry on playing, so presumably they want to get him in. It's 39 minutes now, get him into half-time. Berry was just approaching the edge of the box. It was broken up well. Guiseley may be going to break here, Colin.
Yeah, Guiseley do defend that very deeply and immediately send the ball up to the halfway line, but Bury once again repel the Guiseley attack. And it's back in the final Guiseley third, where they have the ball at the feet with Dar, but just not getting any space whatsoever on the pitch to play the ball around in. Dar eventually gets a foot in to clear the ball, but Bury pick up the second phase once again, and Scott Burgess helps the ball out to the left-hand side before being cut out. 2-0 to Bury this evening in the FA Youth Cup here on Guiseley Radio, Guiseley AFC Radio even. You can tweet us at Guiseley Radio. And Bury coming down the right-hand side once again with Dickinson. Dickinson gets the ball into the area and it's finished off very, very well. Another good free-flowing goal from the home side. Bury find themselves 3-0 up towards the break. And you'd think that would really be game, set and match to the Shakers. I
think so. Just too much pace down the right-hand side, and was it Dudley, the number 9, I think, got himself free in the box, and it was just a sweeping move after the fast run down the right-hand side, the square along the deck into the box, and he lashed it into the corner. So no chance for the keeper, and you know, no complaints from Guiseley on that goal, certainly.
No, and this has been tough, hasn't it, for the Lions. After a good sort of 15-minute spell, they looked like they were more likely to score the second goal in this match. After going down a goal early doors, they hit the upright, don't forget, and came close on a couple of occasions, putting the goalkeeper under pressure. But now they found themselves, after 2 relatively quick goals, 3 goals down as they head towards a break. And the ball just with the feet of Jonathan Barber, the Bury goalkeeper. Bury in total command now. But Guiseley still showing plenty of endeavour to try and get back into this game. You never know, a goal could change things. Bury, in the meantime, are looking to get a 4th and are coming forward with Walker. And Walker looks for a shot, an angle to get a shot away, blasts it against the yellow shirt, but the second ball still with Bury down on the left-hand side. The ball whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Picked out of the air by Crosley. And it's still Guiseley, who are trailing 3-0. Have the ball at their feet. And the ball goes forward looking for Whitfield, but it's cut out well. And then Lee just intercepts for a second, but as the way things have been going tonight, has the ball taken away from him. No sooner does he see sight of the ball, and the clearance deflects against him, and it's a Bury throw.
Well, what Bury have done very well is isolate Redmond Lee, who's playing up there by himself. He's not as tall as either of the centre-backs, but because he's been isolated, guys have been looking for him with the longer balls, and so he's been going out into the channels searching for it out because he's not been able to win the knockdowns and the headers. So really, he's been frozen out of the game very well.
Well, Guiseley just picked up the ball there, and it was a good one from Whitfield, who skipped past 2 players, takes a shot and puts the ball in the back of the net. An absolutely fantastic finish from Ben Whitfield. And it all stemmed from something where I thought the referee was going to pull him up for a free kick just moments earlier, but then he just kept going. He took it past 2 or 3 players, and a brilliant curling shot into the right-hand corner of the goal. And Guiseley now have got one back. It's Bury 3, Guiseley 1.
Well, absolutely. That is the perfect tonic just going in before the half-time break for Guiseley, who are in danger of their heads dropping. And Ben Whitfield has picked up the ball not far inside the Bury half. He's gone past, as you say, 2 or 3 men. Unbelievably worked it left and right. Eventually on the left-hand edge of the box, got it onto his right foot and put it into the far corner, curled it round the keeper. I mean, it was Maradona-esque stuff, Colin.
Well, we're not one for hyperbole here, but that was a super finish, wasn't it, from Ben Whitfield. And Guiseley now have a lifeline back in this game. 3-1, but a second, and you know, the whole tempo, the whole shape of this match could change. Guiseley now try to get that second before the break. It's launched down the left-hand side before being cleared. Picked up by Ben Walker, the right back for the Lions. He helps it into a Bury, and Guiseley come forward down the left-hand side, looking to get Luke Porritt away. He's got Burgess ahead of him. Porritt goes in for the tackle manfully, does get the final touch on the ball, unfortunately. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, this game's suddenly started to open up because Bury have dropped back into their own territory a bit, whereas they were just crowding Guiseley out in their own half before. And that's given Guiseley a bit of space to move in midfield again. So if they can get through to half-time like this, they'll be buoyed by the end of the half.
Another ball in here to Lee on the edge of the 18-yard box, just loses out this time. Guiseley keep the ball in that final third. Bury just trying to find a pass. And Lee and Whitfield just trying to work out something, work out an opportunity. But Bury now have come out with the ball and come out on the counter-attack and have come up to the halfway line here with Dickinson. Dickinson makes one or two passes forward before losing out. It's into the feet of Cook. Cook plays it up to the edge of the 18-yard box, flicked up in the air by Dickinson. Bounces kindly for Crossley. The rain still seems to be teeming down from where we're sat.
Yeah, and you say it bounced kindly, but it kept low, didn't it? And I think as the game goes on, I think Guiseley's ground staff can be proud of the pitch at Nethermore compared to it here. There's going to be some uneven bounce for the goalkeepers to contend with, definitely.
Porritt now has the ball for Guiseley, some 25 yards from goal, runs into the area at an angle, gets the ball across the face of goal, but it's taken a deflection off a Bury defender and then cleared. And now it's a chance for the Shakers to counter-attack. They come down the right-hand side here with Walker. Walker being shadowed well and forced back by Dar before Cook gets the second ball and plays it in here to Braden Shaw. Surely offside, but no, the referee allows it to go on. He gets the ball across the 6-yard box. Nobody able to get onto the end of it. And eventually it's cleared, but only as far as the final third because they come back down to Bury before Reagan Walker looked like he was going to tee up a shot or a free kick on the edge of the D. The referee says that it's half-time and there's finally a pause in the action. And at half-time, after a disappointing start to the game, Guiseley found themselves a goal down. They put in plenty of pressure. There was plenty of chances for the Lions to get that goal. Whitfield, in fact, had hit the bottom of the upright with a sharp shot from the edge of the 18-yard box, but then two goals in quick succession. The centre-half Potter and then Anthony Dudley scored for Bury. It looked like it was all over, but there's been some hope that's been reinvigorated into this game from Guiseley's perspective. A wonderful, mazy run from Ben Whitfield and a firm finish into the bottom right-hand corner. And at half-time here, it's Bury 3, Guiseley 1.
Well, there's been enough to encourage guys at the end of the half. It's not easy going 3-0 down away from home in front of a home crowd, and there was a little bit of a danger that the heads were going to drop. And Ben Whitfield kind of stepped up and made something out of nothing as a solo effort. And as they go in at half time, I imagine Dave Curry will be saying to them that that's why you can't afford to let your heads drop, because another goal could change anything now. So we'll take a little bit of a break as the players go in for their orange slices. And do they do that in League Two grounds still? Orange slices? And
do they do it anywhere? Cups of tea and orange slices?
Yeah. Well, that's what I imagine will happen at Gigg Lane. But it's my first time here, so I don't know. And we'll take a little bit of a break as well. We'll try and recover from the M66 traffic, and we'll be back on air, I guess, in about 10 minutes or so, Colin.
Yep, we certainly will. We'll see you then. Welcome back here for the second half at Gigg Lane of Guiseley's FA Youth Cup. First round proper tie against the Shakers this evening. The Lions are trailing 3-1 at half time, but plenty of promising signs in the match for Guiseley. They've hit the upright as well. They've come close to getting more than one goal. And the goal from Ben Whitfield was a real beauty just before the break too. We're back underway for the second period. And Bury have the ball at the moment. Whipped it in towards the penalty spot. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Hopefully you're tuning in on Guiseley AFC Radio. And if so, I'm Colin Robertson, and alongside me this evening, Nick Keefe will bring you the full commentary of this second half here. Guiseley, who have the ball on the halfway line, are just looking for options ahead of them. And it's picked up well here by Dalton. Dalton, he had a chance to play it square and feed in Marshall, but unfortunately his pass was short. Porritt cuts out the ball that was brought away by Posca, and it's out for a throw into Bury. Second half, Nick, need to be good to get a good early goal in this second period.
Yeah, well, there's no underestimating how much Guiseley are the underdogs in this game, and they've come here against another league or another full-time professional clubs. It's just Connor Crosley there, very confidently watching the ball, which almost reached his own goal line as he was just lackadaisically kind of jogging back. So I think he was always confident, but I interrupted myself there. But no, Guiseley got the goal just before half-time, and what a good goal it was from Ben Whitfield. And it's just brought them back into a game where they've certainly done themselves no discredit yet, but they've just been lethal finishing from the Bury forwards.
Well, Bury are coming down this right-hand side once again, looking for an opening. It's good work that's interrupted well by Scott. Had a good first half, the left-back. And they do certainly seem to want to use that right channel a lot in their attacking play. 47 minutes into this game, still 3-1 to Bury. Sorry, Nick.
Well, no, it's interesting because actually Bury using the right, and Guiseley, most of their work has been done on the left, so it's been just one half of the pitch that we saw most of the most productive work happening in the first half. And from where we sit now, that's on the far side of the pitch to us. So it'd be interesting to see if that pattern carries on being the same, or whether either team tries to get some more joy on the other flank.
Throw from the Lions up to the feet of Ben Whitfield. Earns a free kick. Referee this evening, Mike Jones. He seemed a bit reticent to give fouls in the first half.
Well, I was talking to one or two of the fans in the stands at half time, and I think we're all in agreement that it was a bad challenge on Luke Porritt for the injury, and as they were down to 10 men was when the Guiseley conceded the second, which was a real heartbreaker at the time. But then as soon as Porritt to be back on the pitch, to be hacked down again on that same ankle, and the referee took no action at all, was really disappointing, actually, from a footballing point of view, that nothing was being done to look after the lad who'd been hacked down twice in quick succession.
Guys had taken a free kick from inside their own half. It's come to nothing. Bury themselves have got the ball back into Guiseley's territory. It's been tidied up. Marshall's unfortunately just conceded possession. And Bury have a throw now on the left-hand side, about level with the 18-yard box, just a couple of yards up on the left flank. The throw taken by Sam Gibson. Gibson takes the ball back after it's played back to him by Dudley. Dudley goes down the left-hand side, taken away from him well by Bury. And now it's a throw-in for Bury, about level with the edge of the 6-yard box. And it's Sam Gibson who'll take it. Bury trying to carve out an opening. But Guiseley look to counter-attack after winning the ball back through Bury. Now it's with Ben Whitfield on the left-hand side, plays it well into the feet of Lee. Lee's got a man to run at, beats him, takes a shot from distance, it's back off the underside of the crossbar. Surely it crossed the line, and it bounces down, and it looked like it was about a yard over the line. And it was a real 1966 or Frank Lampard moment, that. A great counter-attack there from the Lions. Lee it was with a shot from distance with the left boot, I think, or right boot rather. Cannon back off the underside of the crossbar. Goalkeeper clutches it, but did it cross the line, Nick?
Well, that's excruciating. It looked clearly over the line to me as well as you. From the underside of the bar, slammed down onto the turf behind the goal line, a yard or so, it looked like to me.
And now Bury just look like they're going to counter-attack and take advantage again. Very open game at the moment. Guys, get the foot in on the edge of the D and away. What an incident there. And Danny Ellis and the team down there in the dugout, they were up in arms immediately. You could tell they thought that was a goal.
Well, Danny Ellis and Dave Curry and I think Colin Seal, it was the three of them, all of them right on the touchline. Just furious that it wasn't given, and still now asking the referee's assistant in his ear why he saw something different to what everybody here in the stand saw. But pluses for Guiseley are that's the first time we've seen Redmond Lee with the ball at his feet facing goal, and it looked like almost a speculative shot. Maybe we don't know how good he is shooting from distance.
Now Bury looks to counter-attack. Ball forward here by Walker. Fed into the area but tied it up. But the back in here to Shaw. Shaw gets a header away from the penalty spot. Well held by the goalkeeper, Connor Crosley. And
as we say that, guys, they've got to hold their concentration now. They can't let the injustice of that get to them.
Good flick on now from Crosley's clearance by Whitfield. Takes the ball towards Lee. Lee just forced out to the right-hand side, earns his side a throw in though. Guiseley take the throw, goes in towards the penalty area. Fortunately, goes behind and out for a throw.
And they just rushed it a little bit there, Guiseley, and they have got enough time to find 2 goals. Then they've shown how little time it takes to carve out an opportunity. They don't need to force it like that.
You have to say, actually, in terms of opportunities, Bury have had plenty of play in the final third, but they've had the 3 goals. Outside of that, Guys, have had as many times, they've hit the goal, if you will, as many times. They've hit the woodwork twice.
Well, I agree, and that's what I say. Guys, they've done themselves no discredit whatsoever. It's just been the finishing by Bury has been lethal. They've taken almost all of the chances they've been presented with, and that's why they got the 3 in the first half.
Now the Lions go in search of this goal that gives them a foothold back in this game. 3-1 it is here to Bury at Gigg Lane this evening. The FA Youth Cup first round. Guiseley now coming forward once again down the right-hand side here. Picked up well by Dalton. Dalton has options. Plays it into the area to a Bury. Takes it back. Lays it all the way back here to Marshall. Marshall square. The on-running full-back comes forward. It's Scott. Scott to the edge of the D. There, Guiseley win a free kick. It was a clumsy challenge that went through the back of Porritt once again. And now Guiseley, Whitfield it was, so actually, beg your pardon. Guiseley now have a free kick. Very central to the goal, just on the edge of that D.
Yeah, and Ben Whitfield was straight over to collect the ball, wasn't he? He wants to take this. He's got Luke Whitfield with him over there and Ben Walker as well, but he's placed it and he certainly wants it. And he's still moving a little bit gingerly from an earlier challenge, but it looks like he's doing his best to run it off, and he's certainly got his eyes on this goal here.
53 minutes gone. It's Bury 3, Guiseley 1 here on Guiseley AFC Radio. But it's a free kick to the Lions on the edge of the D. They get into a bit of a mix as to who's taking it. Then the ball blasted in. Nobody gets on the end of it, on the edge of the 6-yard box before being hoisted away. And anyway, the linesman on this near side has spotted something, and I think it's an offside decision. But just in the build-up to that free kick, Nick, they seem to get their lines mixed up.
I think that was straight off the training ground, actually. I think Walker and Porritt are advancing at either side from the ball and then and stalling and delaying. It confused one or two in the wall. Unfortunately, what it looked like is it also maybe distracted Ben Whitfield a bit as well. It was a bit of a daisy cutter in the end. It wasn't anything particularly dangerous when he did kick it.
Guys, he's still coming forward once again here. Whitfield's got the ball, tries to go past 1 or 2 players, gets the ball into the penalty area. Lee gets it now, but he's back to goal. He's got 2 or 3 players ahead of him, so he's going to have a big job on just to keep possession. Does so. Gives it to a Bury. Now it's back out on this left-hand side, whipped into the area, headed away by Bury. Second phase still with Guiseley, and then eventually the Shakers clear their lines. The ball up to the halfway line where Regan Walker takes it down on the right-hand side and plays one forward. Looking for Bryden Shaw and helped all the way back to Crosley. Crosley's clearance only as far as the centre circle inside his own half, and Guiseley now have to keep defending in numbers, but they do well. Take the ball back off Bury and then play a quick counter-attacking ball down this left-hand side. Now, can the ball get further than that channel? It's deflected behind for a corner. Great work there from the Lions to counter-attack so well.
Absolutely, super work down the left and forcing the corner. If you came into the ground now and asked to identify which team was 2 goals ahead of the other, you wouldn't be saying the team in white, you'd be saying the team in yellow from Leeds. So I think they'd be very proud of how Guiseley have come out after the half-time break, will the management team. But the question is, of course, can they get that goal that will really put this game back in the balance?
55 minutes gone. It's Ben Walker now with the corner for the Lions. They trail by 3 goals to 1, but they have had their chances and very unlucky not to be back with a goal in the second half. The corner whipped in, floated away, but Guiseley keep the ball coming. A great shot from distance there. I think it was Porritt, or was it Whitfield? Sorry, who took it?
Yeah, who's once again, he's not looking happy. I think he's looking at his groin or the very top of his right hip or thigh area. So yeah, he's not been moving too happily ever since he was down here a couple of minutes after the restart. He kicked a defender in the bottom of the foot and kind of clobbered his right leg, and still he doesn't look happy as he's moving around on the pitch here.
It'd be a big loss because guys have been doing well with Whitfield and Lee combining, particularly, and Porritt as well in this game. Bury are on the counter-attack, but it's going to be cut short because the referee's assistant on the far side has flagged for an offside. So guys have come forward, but like you say, there's a few knocks, and players seem to have got over those knocks, though. Whitfield, though, currently looking a little bit uncomfortable there. Now Guiseley have to defend because another ball lobbed over the back 4 has found Shaw, and he's gone past the goalkeeper. Goes down to the byline. Can he get it across for a 4th? No. The ball goes back. The finish is poor, and it's gone over the bar, but really, Guiseley could well have been undone again.
Well, that's a massive let-off, as you say, for Guiseley. Crossley was coming out of his area and then really hesitated, just came to a halt on the edge of his box, and it looked like he was a long way from home, wasn't quite sure what to do, and the striker was on rushing. He managed to go past him quite easily, but when the ball was played square, the Bury player following up just skied it into the top of the stands. So guys, they've got to make sure they stay alert at the back there. They've been good. They've been decisive in defence for most of what we've seen so far tonight. But as they're chasing this goal, they can't afford to leave themselves wide open like that.
Game back underway. Crossley gets the ball up to the halfway line. Guys, they get the ball with Marshall. Intercepted well, though, by Bury. Sam Dickinson with a crucial challenge. The ball now on the right-hand side. Little mazy run from Walker. And a good overlapping run from Matthew Cook, the fullback. Tries to cross the ball into the area. Cut out well. And Lions earn the throw from good work from Elliot Scott and Luke Porritt. Combining well to defend as well as move forward. Scott now takes the throw, about level with the centre circle inside his own half. And lofts one forward. Headed away and out for a throw.
I think Ben Whitfield is manfully trying to run this injury off. As he stands still, you see him holding the same part of the top of his right leg, and he's jogging over to the touchline now, actually. I think maybe he's asking for a change to be made, or maybe he's just getting himself in space. When the ball comes to him, he's really working to play through it. I'm not sure if he'll be able to see out the rest of the game.
Bit of magic spray, I think, Nick.
I think, yeah, you're right, isn't it? It's a bit of an ice pack or ibuprofen gel or something like that. I don't know quite what he's been passed there from the dugout, but he's looking like he's trying to self-treat with something from the physio's bag and keep himself going.
Well, guys, he just considered a free kick inside Bury half. There's not a great deal happening, just while Nick was summarising there. The ball sort of floating aimlessly down the channels on the either side without any great purpose. And now we're back underway. Guys, they have the ball inside their own half. Long, pretty aimless ball forward, really, I think, just to clear the lines. Squeeze up a bit. Yeah,
you're right. There's just a little bit of a lull in play, and Dave Curry's down there prepping his first substitute.
You think it'll be Ben Whitfield then? He does certainly look like he's struggling still.
They'll be really hoping he can play on, because he's been the danger man. With Redmond Lee being quite effectively isolated by the Bury defence, it's been Whitfield who's been providing most of the spark, certainly in the second half, and of course the wonder goal in the first. But if he can't see it out, they can't leave him on there limping around indefinitely.
Well, Guiseley get a free kick, and they are going to make the substitution now. And it is Dale Spink who's coming on. And we'll just wait to see who's coming off. It's hard to be absolutely certain when players come towards the dugout. But Guiseley have made the first change of the night.
I think it is Ben Whitfield, isn't it?
And yeah, I think it is. But no, yes, it is Ben Whitfield who's come off. The ball now delivered very well into the area on the edge of the 6-yard box. Takes a shot from Spink that's gone straight into Callum Marshall. And he's down on the ground. It hasn't hit him in the face, that's for sure. He'll feel that for a few moments yet. But I'm sure he'll recover. But unfortunately, he was the man in the way to block the shot.
Yeah, and block it he did, and that was a serious strike. So they're going to need an ice pack or two on there, I think, before he'll be up and speaking in bass again. I think
we've got another stoppage. And again, yeah, like you say, Ben Whitfield is the man who's gone off. Guiseley currently 3-1 down, but have put up a really spirited second half performance. They've hit the underside of the crossbar in the second half. A fantastic shot from Redmond Lee, and in the first half, Ben Whitfield, who hit the bottom of the crossbar. No, Ben Whitfield's back on now.
Oh, well, I wonder what we've got wrong.
You will have to beg our pardon. We're not in the most professional form tonight.
Well, I think it's fair to say this is our first time doing an academy game. We don't know any of the players particularly that well beyond their immediate reputation. So I'm struggling to spot Redmond Lee actually.
I think maybe it was Redmond Lee, yeah, who's gone. And Bury clear from the restart and look to go down the right hand side. And the referee gives a free kick. A couple of decisions a little bit curious.
I think what that was he slid in to win the ball there, did Walker, but maybe handled it as he was sliding along the turf. I think that's what the linesman gave.
Bury get the ball now into the penalty area once again. This time it's Anthony Dudley who looks so dangerous when they come forward. The attacking play from both sides has been really impressive. Guiseley have hit the crossbar and the upright and scored one. Bury have scored 3. That's the difference, really, to be fair. Oh, and the goalkeeper who's got the ball at his feet absolutely shanked it. Terrible conditions in that area where he was trying to clear from, Barber, but it still managed to find its way through on the ground. And Bury come forward on the right-hand side now, try to get a cross into the area. It's peeked onto the Bury man, who is Bryden Shaw, and he takes a really awkward shot, and as you can tell, it's gone into the back of the net, and I've never seen a goal quite like that. Bryden Shaw, he tried to shoot, he sort of shanked the shot. It sort of trickled past Crossley, who was wrong-footed, and crept into the goal at the left upright, and Guiseley now find themselves 4 goals to 1 down.
Well, that was one of those goals that seems to happen in slow motion, because it was an accidental shot and it wrong-footed everybody in the area, but because it was rolling so slowly, it almost looked like Crossley was going to be able to get his footing and get down to save it, but unfortunately, because it was just fortuitously rolling all the way into the far corner, he couldn't quite get across to it, and that's a real shame for Guiseley now.
Well, the Lions immediately start the attack. Good ball from Whitfield into the area. It's cleared just from the feet of Dalton, who'd made a good, incisive run. Was just unable to get the ball to his feet before he was cut out. But Guiseley have a corner.
And guys have nothing to fear now as well. They can go for this. It doesn't matter if it turns into a bit of a shootout now. If in a cup game, there's no difference between losing by 3 or more. So they might as well get people forward and try and get something.
Corner from Walker up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed away. Helped away by Burgess up to the halfway line. Taken down by Marshall. Marshall flicks it on here. And Bury takes a wonderful shot from distance. Just goes past wide the right upright. That was a tremendous strike from the midfielder.
Well, I wondered what he was thinking there. He was kind of swung his left foot through it, but it was curling, just curled beyond the far meeting of the post and crossbar, but from fully 30 yards out, that was very close to being a second for Guiseley.
Well, we're just having a pause whilst Bury make their substitution. And taking the time to do this one. I think it's Anthony Dudley who's coming off, is it? No, number 4, sorry, Liam Beckett, who has made way for Jake Cliff. Some of these names, you never know, could become big names in the future. You just don't know, do you, with this level of football?
Keeping an eye out for Ben Whitfield's name, I think, after what I've seen tonight.
Cliff for Bury, plays the ball into the feet of Burgess. Guiseley now coming forward on the counter-attack now really well here. Porritt, he's sort of blocked from getting to the ball. The goalkeeper clears, goes all the way back to Crossley in the opposite goal. A weekend where goalkeepers were scoring last weekend, not only in the Premiership but also at Colwyn Bay.
Well, you saw Connor Crossley step back to give himself a bit of extra space there, perhaps with that goal from the weekend in mind, because you just can't be sure of the balance you're going to get off a pitch that's cut up like this. And just not to hammer the point home, but the Nethermore pitch is in brilliant condition, and this is nothing like what we're used to seeing at home.
Yeah, they're not exactly being treated to a surface, are they? But at the moment, it's Bury who've taken the better advantage of the conditions. And it's a scoreline that doesn't really surprise anyone, but Guiseley have acquitted themselves far better than the scoreline suggests. There's a throw-in on the near side here for Guiseley. Right back position after Bury come down the left flank and just let the ball go out into touch. Throw's taken up towards Porritt. Helps it on. Good defending, though, from Bury before Porritt comes down this right-hand side after getting the ball off Whitfield. Porritt has a run at his man. He's got 2 ahead of him. Plays it out wide to Dalton. Dalton, men forward, but has to go past one before he can go any further. And in the end is stopped in his tracks and earns a free kick for Guiseley right out by the touchline here on the right-hand side, about level with the penalty area. Taken short and quick and then whipped into that area by Porritt. On the left boot, but straight at the goalkeeper. And Bury come away with the ball.
It's interesting to see that Porritt has been out on the right-hand side for most of the second half and clearly can use his left foot, so they're trying to get him to do exactly what he just did there, cut inside onto his left and curl it in towards the area or in towards the goal.
Ball just out for a moment here. Bury have the throw after Guiseley intercept the Bury attack. Shakers have the throw with Sam Gibson. It's cut out well, though, by Dan Holmes. And then played forward, looking for the run of Ben Whitfield. Cleared well by Posca, Bury centre-half, who's also had a good game this evening. Now Guiseley have a throw, about level with the penalty area once again on this right-hand side. Taken short. Dalton looks for the return, goes to Whitfield. Whitfield plays it up to the edge of the area where Porritt, there's 3 players around him immediately, identified as the danger man. Ball goes into that area, eventually by Dalton and then cleared well by Bury, who can start their own counter-attack, and it's Scott Burgess who leads that charge, plays the ball into the right-hand channel, then it goes into the area. It's going to be overhit, though, and behind for a goal kick, but again, just a sign of the openness of the play.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been end-to-end stuff. It's just awaiting a killer ball at either end. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there was at least one more goal in the last 21 minutes of the game here.
Guiseley trailing by 4-1, but have had the ball strike the post, perhaps go over the line in a very controversial moment, and also hit the underside of the upright. And the applause you can hear just at the moment is for a goal scorer. I think it's Regan Walker, who's coming off the pitch, and he's going to be replaced by Navid Nasseri.
Oh, so there are some Bury fans in tonight, because I've mostly just heard the Guiseley fans, to be honest, since I've been in. Brilliant travelling support.
Yeah, cracking support here for the academy side, who have made it to the first round proper of the FA Youth Cup. Scott Burgess has the ball, though, now for Bury, and they're playing the ball down the right-hand side, looking for the substitute Nasseri, but it's overrun it. And we enter the last 20 minutes. The guys are needing 3 goals. They can feel a little aggrieved at that, but they are where they are, and they've had plenty of chances in the final. They're creating plenty of opportunities in the final third. Bury haven't shown the killer ball in that instance, and the ball's just gone out and into touch.
I think it's been interesting since Redmond Lee went off that the guys, they sort of find themselves without a...
Now Bury just come forward here, just muscled off the ball. Regan gets the ball into Nasseri, and then the ball goes bat into the back of the net once again. Bury have just grabbed a fifth. And what it was Anthony Dudley, who won the ball, just muscled off the defender, played it into Nasseri. Nasseri across the edge of the 6-yard box. I'm not quite sure who got the final touch at the back post, but it's into the back of the net, and that's game, set and match really, I think now. It's Bury 5, Guiseley 1.
Well, and when you say that there's no difference between losing by 3 or by more, and Guiseley have been going for it and they've been getting bodies forward. I was going to say, without a recognised striker on the pitch now, Ben Whitfield has been playing at the apex with the new man Spink out on the left-hand side. So they've been just trying to get through by weight of men. I mean, Ben Whitfield's on another fantastic run here from the...
Really good surging run, isn't it? He gets through into the penalty area. The tackle comes in, and then he's still adjudged to have got the final touch on the ball, and it's back for a goal kick.
Well, actually, he was fouled quite clearly, and right on the edge of the box. The defender was terrified at having seen him run from the halfway line to almost level with the 6-yard box, and he's been brought down clear and simple. But sorry if I sound a little bit one-sided here, but I'm afraid that's a foul, and it's a bit of a shame that referees maybe not being switched on to one or two of these spoiling tactics. Not that they would have affected the outcome of the game, but you just want to see each move played to completion, really.
Well, let's be clear. I mean, the scoreline here, 5-1. I can't say it again. It's not reflective, is it? At all.
No, not of the balance of the game, nor of the balance of chances that have been made, or by the balance of the attacking intent. So, in every way, guys, they've held their end here. They've undoubtedly they've been a little bit shaky at the back. They've been cut open once or twice when they've lost the ball on the edge of the area. It's made it a little bit too easy. But by no means have they disappointed in the performance they've put on.
18 minutes to go. Guiseley still got the chance to get a couple of goals, and certainly have shown the intent and the inclination and the likelihood, the ability to do so. Bury, meanwhile, with the ball on the halfway line, played a long one forward that's gone all the way through to Crossley. But this has been an impressive performance of finishing from Bury, but also an impressive one from Guiseley in terms of their build-up play, and they're showing it again here with Dalton. Dalton down the right-hand side has got to try and get past Gibson. Gibson tackles him and knocks the ball out for a throw-in on the right-hand side. And it's going to be Ben Walker to take the throw for Guiseley. In towards the edge of the penalty area, cleared by Braden Shaw, the goal scorer. And eventually the second phase coming back in from Ben Walker can't be kept in play, and it's going to be a throw into Bury. Bury take it in their left back position, play a long one forward up towards the edge of the centre circle. Really well won there by Dale Spink. Towered over a man who was a good foot taller than him. Win the header, but Bury still take the ball down into Guiseley territory. Good defending once again though from the Lions. And the Bury steps across with Marshall in midfield to reclaim the ball. Back here to Elliot Scott. Scott looking for Whitfield. Whitfield's beaten to it, but picks the ball up at the second attempt and starts another one of those mazy runs. Plays it out to the right-hand side. And asking plenty of Walker. And Walker feeds it into Porritt. Porritt can't get there ahead of his marker, but Guiseley do keep the ball. And Dan Holmes, centre-half, plays it into the feet of Callum Marshall. Marshall plays a lovely ball, just trying to feed it behind the Bury left-back. It's cut out and then sent all the way back to Connor Crosley, and Guiseley can start again.
It's good possession play actually from Guiseley. They're keeping the ball well, playing a lot of balls into feet. You know, a lot of quite. You know, not just kind of knocking it into the channels or trying to force it through, but trying to play the right way. It's all of which is very encouraging. It's just a case now of them in the final 15 minutes of carrying on them. They might get another goal or they might not, but there's no point in them stopping what they've been doing so far.
Well, there is another substitute. And Sam Gibson comes off. The right back gets a warm round of applause from the home crowd. And Joe Brown steps onto the field. Bury take the ball from left back and just sort of ping it around the edge of the 18-yard box. Posca, centre half. Guys are trying to play a high line and pressurise a bit, but Bury passing their way through that quite neatly actually at the moment. Brown, the substitute, plays it into another substitute, Nasseri. He's knocked it out to the right-hand side and a good ball into the area. And Crossley fumbles for a moment. Dudley was looking to get on the end of it. Guys have unconventionally cleared it up to the edge of the 18-yard box before Bury steps across and plays it forward here to Whitfield. Whitfield looking to get past his man. Battles hard, but it's Ben Potter who wins it and sends it down the left-hand channel. And then headed out by Ben Walker. It'll be a Bury throw.
It was good movement by Anthony Dudley, who peeled away from the centre-backs and got himself one-on-one with the guys, the right-back Walker. It also meant that Braden Shaw was all alone on the left-hand side.
Shaw's now picked up the ball, played it in here to Dudley, got it back. Shaw on the edge of the 18-yard box, on the left foot, takes a shot. Just over the bar once again. Good incisive play there by Bury. Difficult to defend against.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, they've got to try and get their centre halves, Holmes and Dar, onto Dudley sooner, so that the fullbacks are looking at the wingers instead. Because at the moment it's all getting a little bit jumbled up for the marking back there.
Ball back on the halfway line. Bury playing some nice football. Play out by Jake Cliff, the right-hand side. Jake Cliff looking for the on-run. Oh, the running on of Scott Burgess, but it's gone beyond him.
To be clear, what I mean is, guys, they're playing a rigid back four and they're keeping the shape very well. But what they're not always noticing is some of these clever runs where Dudley's moving away from the centre and Shaw's moving inside. It's proving quite a handful for them to keep an eye on, while Guiseley are at the same time trying to get themselves forward. They don't want to be stuck there at the back marking Bury players.
Well, a few changes into the last 10. 2 changes, I think, are going to be made. The final 2 that Guiseley can make. Redmond Lee's already been replaced by Dale Spink, and it looks like it's going to be Will Wells who's coming on. And the 2 players coming off are, I think it's Marshall, isn't it? And Danny Dalton.
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, not Marshall. I've already got that wrong.
Oh, really? Oh, no, yeah. Marshall's still out there, isn't he?
You'll have to forgive us. So we've got 2 substitutes, not quite so smooth or slick. This Ashley Tatler and Will Wells have come on.
Oh, I'm sure people can understand. Normally, when we would go to commentate on a Guiseley game, there's only one team's names we're trying to learn, but this is our first time doing the academy, so be easier next time.
Meanwhile, Bury moved down the left-hand side, trying to play Naved Nasseri in. The number 11, Braden Shaw, who's played so well this evening. This time just finding Nasseri in an offside position, so Guiseley have a free kick. 5-1 down, 11 minutes to go. But we're hoping they might be able to get a goal here, because Whitfield's just turned his man really well. Goes into the area, takes a shot, but saved by the goalkeeper. Whitfield gets the rebound, well saved again by the keeper. Headed back on there by Will Wells into the edge of the 18-yard box, and hopefully using the aerial prowess just to keep possession, but it bounces off Ben Walker, and now is a chance here for Bryden Shaw to counter-attack once again. Does another mazy run down the centre of the park. Plays the ball into the substitute, Joe Brown, whose firm drive is deflected and saved by the goalkeeper, Conor Crosley, and it's gone behind for a corner. But two great opportunities at either end there within the space of a moment of each other.
Wasn't it good goalkeeping by Barber as well in the Bury net? Both chances, saving the first and then on the ground being quick enough back onto his knees to smother the second attempt from Whitfield.
Guiseley now with the corner. Bury with the corner. Whip it in up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed on. So again, I think it was the substitute in there, and then bounces down Nasseri. The two substitutes, Jake Cliff and Navid Nasseri, could have had a goal, either of them. Cliff didn't get his shot away. Nasseri picked up a rebound or a loose ball and then fired it behind for a goal kick. Crossley takes surely a free kick on Will Wells. It was Cliff who bundled into the back of them, and the guys have a free kick on the halfway line.
And Cliff has apparently injured his groin somehow in the process of fouling Wells there. He looks to be in a little bit of pain. No sympathy from the Guiseley fans, as you may have just heard.
So Guiseley with a free kick. They've now pushed men up to the edge of the 18-yard box. The ball goes in that general direction, headed away, and then eventually Brown concludes the clearance for Bury. And the home side retain possession once again. Tried to play some nice football. Go through midfield here with Joe Brown. Brown's got options to his left in Nasseri. Tries to feed him through. By the time the ball goes through, sure he's offside. Referee doesn't stop play. Bury still have the ball. It's now with Dickinson. And Brown. Back to Dickinson. He plays a good cross-field ball. Bury inside their own half with Posca. Just flick the ball forward into Guiseley territory once again. It's Burgess. They're playing some good possession football now with Bury in this little spell. It's up towards Bryden Shaw. He's beaten to it well by Bakadar. And now Dar lays the ball into Bury, and Bury will play it into the feet of Porritt, but he's not going to be able to hold on to that. Bury counter-attack, and Nasseri's using his pace to get past Scott, and now has the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, has to try and go past Marshall. Cracking tackle from Marshall. The ball's picked up by Brown. Brown plays it into a man who's offside, who leaves it, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. You're
starting to see a bit of Bury's maybe superior pace and maybe just a little bit of class from one or two of their forward players, or maybe just a bit of fresh energy because they're the substitutes that have come on. But the game has got very stretched. Guiseley's defence has been forced back deep, but obviously the attacking midfielders and Ben Whitfield are trying to stay as far forward as they possibly can in search of a goal. So with the game stretched out, Bury get a little bit more time in possession and get to show what they can do with the ball at their feet a little bit.
Ben Walker with a throw. Ball nodded forward into the feet of Ashley Tatler. Can't get it. It comes down to the feet of Luke Porritt, whose left-footed drive has just got into the bottom right-hand corner. And Guiseley have got their second goal of the night. And on 83 minutes, it's Bury 5, Guiseley 2.
Oh, fantastic finish. It's a great goal to see. Exactly what we said earlier in the half. With since Luke Porritt has been on the right, he's been looking to get the ball on the right-hand edge of the area, but cut into his left, and that's exactly what he did, and curled it into the near post, beating the keeper at his near post from the edge of the area. So it was a very, very good finish, and no less than he's deserved for the effort he's put in tonight.
Well, they've hit the target 4 times tonight. Beaten the goalkeeper. 2 of them, unfortunately, have come back off the woodwork. But it brings back down to arrears to 3 with 7 minutes to go.
Well, if the one that had crossed the line had been counted, and the 2 that hit the one on the inside of the post in the first half, and the other time they've hit the woodwork as well in the second, it would be 5-5, wouldn't it? Yeah. if that was how football worked.
Not clutching at straws.
Well, I think on the moral basis, it's 5-5.
And Guiseley still coming forward. Now the ball with Luke Porritt once again. On the left-hand side, he's been very closely shadowed here. It's Posca, I think, gets the ball across. And surely that's gone behind for goal kick it is. I thought Porritt might have just taken a deflection. Or got a deflection off the defender, but it's actually a goal kick.
Yeah, it looked like a deflected cross, but Porritt turned away and lashed out at the corner flag. So I think that tells you what you need to know about who had the last touch there. So good that guys are carrying on pressing, though. As we've said, there's no harm in going for it, but it would be easy to say you've conceded 5 and let your heads drop a bit. But they're making it a very entertaining game of football, and as we keep saying, they've had as many chances as Bury have.
Well, Bury now have a throw-in just inside their own half on the right-hand side. They're, of course, probably just playing time down. 5 minutes to go. But I felt that the Guiseley goal came just after a good spell of possession football from Bury. Just to show that Guiseley didn't let the heads drop. Bury now have the ball inside the Guiseley half. Out here to Nasseri, the substitute, who's full of running in this final third. Back here to right back, Cook. Cook goes inside, looks to get the ball away, and a shot away with the right foot. You can see why he's a defender. Blasted it out, way behind the goal. And it's going to be a Guiseley goal kick.
Yeah, that was, as you say, definitely a full-back's shot, that one, I'm afraid. But in the final moments of the game, there's no harm with the result already decided. There's no harm in people having a shot on goal. Well,
Bury have the ball once again coming down the right-hand side. Lovely little interplay. The ball goes into be saved by the goalkeeper from Burgess. It was who started and almost finished a lovely move down the right-hand side. Good save, though, from Connor Crosley. They've still got it, have Bury. They've played the lovely cross into the area. It's cleared well by Dar and into the Bury half. Down the right-hand side. Picked up now by Dickinson. Dickinson just slows things down on the right flank. Looks for options ahead of him. And Spink comes to hold him up and try and win the ball back. It's rather enthusiastic, right down by the corner flag, but he's done well as Dickinson. Gone through 2 players, lays it back. The ball whipped into the area now here from Gibbs, from the substitute, and Crosley just watches that one go out. I think it was Jake Cliff who was the man on that occasion, launching the ball into the area. 3 minutes to go. Bury 5, Guiseley 2 here on Guiseley AFC Radio, and it's been an entertaining evening. 7 goals in it. Plenty of action as well that Guiseley might have had more than just the 2 that have indeed been very well finished tonight. Of course, we'll be back on Saturday, where we'll make a long trip down to Leamington. I'm not sure if that isn't Guiseley's first ever appearance at Leamington or a game against Leamington. I'll have to find out those facts. But
yeah, I'm certainly not aware of another one, but I'm not a long-term Guiseley historian by any means.
But certainly will be the first time they've played at the new windmill, which is Leamington's recently moved into stadium.
Yeah, it should have been called the wind turbine.
Ball forward. That's the quality of Nick's jokes.
Yeah.
Don't tune in for those.
2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
Guiseley have the ball. You haven't been missing anything. The ball goes forward, and the goalkeeper has time to clear that. Jonathan Barber into touch. And so a throw-in for the Lions as they go in search of what would surely be no more than a consolation with 3 goals to make up. But stranger things have happened in football. Not much stranger than that, though it would be, but unfortunately the ball can't be kept in play. Goes behind for another throw.
No, you're right, but I'll tell you what I liked is that when Guiseley scored their second a few minutes ago, they grabbed the ball straight out of the net and ran it back to the halfway line to crack on with their kick-off with less than 10 minutes to go, absolutely certain that the next 3 goals could be achieved in that time. And you've got to love that kind of enthusiasm, actually. That's the sort of thing that will make those group of lads a good group to work with, and for the coaches to help bring on.
Well, everyone wants their goal, especially at this ground.
Absolutely.
Bury have got 5, Guiseley have got 2. Bury looking for another one now. It's Dudley who comes forward once again. A bit of a hefty challenge, has to be said, and the goal kick's given after Dar was the recipient of that sliding tackle. Referee opts for the goal kick as a good compromise position.
So have you enjoyed your first academy game then, Colin?
Yes, I have. I think the football's been very interesting, very flowing, good quality as well. Now Guiseley come forward once again. In fact, can they just prove the point here? Will Wells gets the ball into the penalty area. Almost falls to Porritt. Just evades him, but Guiseley still have the ball on the edge with Whitfield. Whitfield takes a shot with a left-handed drive. Just goes over the crossbar. And once again, Guiseley just showing some real attacking intent. When they get down that right-hand side, they can play players in. And 2 chances really went begging there. But good football there from the Lions.
Very much so, and as we've kept saying, they've carried it on right until the end. Just thinking, watching Danny Ellis down there on the touchline, I imagine he'll have have 1 or 2 words of wisdom to offer to defenders after tonight. But just saying, maybe it's good to try and play football the right way, but once or twice, if they just put their foot through it and moved it clear. I know that's easy to say. Quite often the ball can come straight back at you with the opposition's feet, but once or twice they'd have been looking to hoof it. And then the only other thing you can say is that since Redmond Lee went off, without an out-and-out striker, it's been a very fluid formation, and there's clearly some intelligent players there, Porritt and Ben Whitfield chief among them. But on another day, it would have been nice to see Lee play all 90 minutes if he could have. Presume he's probably come off with an injury. Because clearly a lot of their attacking play hinges around him being so sharp and so willing to shoot up there.
Well, Nasseri's just got the ball for Berry and run it out into touch. We're at time, so we're just at the discretion of what the referee decides to add on at the moment. And guys who have the ball inside their own half, still searching for a counter-attack. Spink trying to kick-start something, but Berry cut it out, and then a speculative ball through, finds Dudley right at the very death. He's going to get a 6th. He rounds the goalkeeper. It was a cracking ball through, you have to say. A super ball. Dudley found himself free just on the edge of the 18-yard box, rounds the goalkeeper, Connor Crosley, and Guiseley find themselves 6-2 down. And super finish, a super ball, has to be applauded, but again, it's not really what Guiseley deserve at the very end there, and it's finished surely the match in terms of scoring. It's Guiseley who now trail by 6 goals to do here at Bury. And
first team manager Mark Bowers just selected that as his moment to call it a night. He's headed off down into the stands to head away for the night, and he'll have seen some things to interest him, I would have thought, tonight.
Well, it was practically the last touch of the match. Applause from in the stadium from the many fans and relatives of these young players who've acquitted themselves very well in very difficult conditions tonight. Both sides showing some real attacking football, intent to score goals, and there have been plenty of them, 8 of them in fact. 6 of them to Bury. Guys who went a goal down and found themselves at one stage 3 goals down. Got a goal back just before the break with Ben Whitfield, a really super strike, a mazy run, beat 2 or 3 players, got the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. Side foot just curled it inside the right upright. And then in the second half, guys, he pressed. They'd already hit the upright in the first. They had a wonderful, potentially a goal that didn't count, but it was Redmond laid with a great strike from distance. Beat the goalkeeper, came back off the underside of the crossbar, just didn't cross the line in the referee's eyes. It looked like it to all of us with guys who coloured spectacles on, but referee decided not to. And then after Guiseley fell 5-1 behind, after 2 pretty sloppy goals to concede, to be fair, Luke Porritt grabbed one with 7 minutes to go. Unfortunately, right at the death, Anthony Dudley struck another. And that was the story of the match, really. Finished here, Bury 6, Guiseley 2. Yeah,
good summary, Colin. And I think there's no shame in having conceded a few clinical goals while your defence is pushing up in search of coming from behind as the underdog away team in a cup tie. So I don't think too many of those lads will be feeling too happy about having gone 6-2 down. But hopefully the coaches will be telling them what we've seen and what the Guiseley fans in the stand here have seen, which is a very creditable performance with a lot of good attacking play. And if 1 or 2 of those goals have gone in another day, then it might have been a much closer game. But as it goes, to have lost out to a team, an academy team coming from a professional club, a couple of steps up in the league pyramid. I think they can be very pleased with what they've done tonight.
Well, the FA Youth Cup adventure comes to an end, but it's been a wonderful run for the Lions. It's finished here at Gigg Lane with Bury winning by a comfortable margin of goals, but it's been far from comfortable on the pitch, I think, for the home side, thanks to a really creditable Guiseley performance. We'll be back on Saturday for the trip down to Leamington, a crucial Conference North game for the Lions, and hoping that we'll see Mark Bauer's men get the third victory in a row in the league on Saturday. You can probably just hear the great reception the Guiseley fans are giving the players as they trudge off the field. And it is trudge because the conditions have been really sludgy under feet. But we hopefully will speak to you again, or you'll tune in again on Saturday for the game against Leamington. And with that, we'll leave you there. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Nick.
Goodbye.